Welcome back to the channel. Today we got a special video for you, the unboxing of a new product. That means unbox it. What could it possibly be in this mystery box? It's something Robert's been wanting. I hadn't even thought about it. I'll give you a hint. It has to do with this right here. Let's see if he can get it up out of the box.
Oh, it's heavy.
And for the unveiling, look at that. This here, folks, is the BreAro hose reel, fuel hose reel. It's we teamed up with this company. They reached out to me and saw all our farm related videos and wanted to know if we would like to demo this product that they would send to us to review and let you fine folks see in person. It's a very affordable unit compared to other hose reels on the market I've seen, but it even comes with the fuel nozzle. But we want to mount this hose reel on our service truck right in this general area somehow or another. So that's probably going to mean us moving and shifting some things around on the truck. But we're going to study this situation and we'll bring you back when we decide what we want to do. So if you're new to the channel, we bought this GMC Sierra 2500 service truck around Thanksgiving of 2019, and some of the first YouTube videos we done in 2020 was of this service truck. And this service truck is our mobile shop on wheels. Even when we're in here in the shop working on tractors and stuff, this truck is what we work off of. So it's a very critical part of our farm operation. We did not show it this summer, but we transitioned from an electrical fuel pump to a fuel pump with a motor, just so that we could have more volume and faster fill times on our farm equipment. And it made a major difference. This is just a little, I believe it's a 79cc motor, basically a Honda clone, and a 1-inch pump. But we want this hose reel to live right in here somewhere, so we're having to figure out what we're going to do, because we've got our air compressor right here and we're not sure what we want to do with our air compressor. So what I'm doing, we're just trying to kind of dry fit all this stuff right now, but your fuel fill up is on this side, so, and our fuel discharge is on this side. Well, when you set it up there for your fuel discharge to come in here, your hose is pointing the wrong direction. So we're hoping that we can just undo these row of carriage head bolts and flip this thing over, and hopefully it's not going to fly all to pieces. So everybody hold on to your butts. got our little hose holder here to put on, but we'll worry about that in a minute. I'm not getting anything tight right now. Right here you got 2 bolts longer than the other 2 because you've got your deal that holds your holes in. Now this is the stuff you'll see on our channel that you won't see on other channels. And of course me dropping bolts. There it goes. And when it goes, it just all slides right in there together. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now right in here kind of like this is how I want it to leave. I don't have any problem with it coming out the bottom here. I really probably kind of really needs to live in there. Kind of like that right there. But you're gonna have to we're gonna have to. I really don't want to have a lot of elbows in here unless I have to, because every time you've got to make an elbow, you lose flow capacity.
I can take that.
This has a gasket. You can take it loose and turn it to the back. Pretty well just have a straight shot into that fit. I really don't want to get this hanging much past this rug rail with the fear that we might hang it on something. I don't think it'll ever happen, but you just, no matter how careful you are, you just don't never know. That's our next challenge, is can we get all our stuff in there. If it weren't for covering up my gooseneck ball, I don't know if y'all can tell or not, but that hole right there's a plate that flips up, and that's your gooseneck ball. If it wasn't for covering up our gooseneck ball, I would turn this air compressor like this right here behind the fuel tank, and then I'd probably put that hose reel just down here on the end of the bed on the back of the truck. That way you could back up to something or pull up to something. And just run that hose either down the rub rail or up underneath the bed. Here we got our hose marked and drilled. Just gonna use regular 3/8 bolts to attach it to the truck bed. Pick this heavy rascal up. It seems pretty well built by the weight of it. There's our bolts right there. One nice thing I like about how they done this was they made your holes slotted right here, so you don't have to be super precise with where you drill your holes, and it gives you some wiggle room. Right there you can see where it's come through the floor of the truck. I'm gonna tighten that one a little more right. Doing that more by feel than I am sight. I'll get it. Well guys, we have got it mounted into position. The main thing now is plumbing it up, connecting our pump to the hose reel, but everything fit in there pretty good, I think. This was originally a wheelbarrow compressor that we mounted on this truck, and it had these pipes that was handles, and we cut them off, and as you can tell, it's not touching, but there's not a lot of room in there. And we reconfigured how our toolboxes was. These toolboxes used to sit this way, but we turned them. I got to thinking about it, and we turned them toward the back of the truck, because we normally always work off of the left-hand side here. That's where our two main toolboxes are. And you'd be surprised, but it's about 3 steps over here to these boxes like this, as opposed to the way it was. You got to take about 4 extra steps to come over here. And I know that sounds silly, but when you're working on a piece of equipment and you're constantly walking back and forth, that makes a big difference at the end of the day. And it's actually, I don't know where these boxes originally came to. I think about right here, but it's actually a little narrower down through there. So the worst part about it is the corner of this toolbox hangs over. This is the CM truck bed. I love this bed, but you know, they trim this corner off for turning with the trailer, a gooseneck trailer, and I like it and I don't like it at the same time. You lose some truck bed valuable truck bed space, but there she be. So we're gonna go get some fittings and plumb this thing up. Well, hello guys, it is the next morning and we have our hose reel plumbed up. Not quite the way I wanted to do it. I'd rather it have been a straight shot from here to here, but no matter how we position stuff, it always kinked the hose up. So we had to do some, I call it banjo work, just to get everything to line up. I really didn't want to put any elbows in it, but that's just what we had to do, because this reel, due to the fuel tank and stuff, has got to sit right there where it sits. We'll let Robert demonstrate it here. I made 2 trips to the co-op and still didn't quite get it like I needed it to, so I had to go digging in my big bucket of parts and find that fitting right there. You can see how it's kind of dusty compared to the newer fittings. But go up there and fill that tractor up right there, Bob. No more. It's got 50 foot of hose on it. I'm not really crazy. Show them again. I mean, that's gonna be all right. I really not crazy about the 50 foot of hose. I'd rather it just being 25 foot of hose, but hey man, you can't beat the deal we got on this. One thing I noticed, you kinda gotta guide it back in there where you want it. Right there she be. We're gonna let our silicone get set up here. Then we'll pull out here and put some fuel in our tank. Then we'll try it out and see how it works. So we'll bring you back when we do that. Alright, so we're going to perform some tests. We have done a preliminary test, testing our fittings, making sure we have no leaks. And now we are going to do a flow test to see how many gallons per minute we are pumping. That's a 2.5 gallon container. I've got my stopwatch here, and we're going to see how fast it fills this 2.5 gallon jug up. I'm going to get the motor running first and get it at wide open throttle, and then I'm going to yell start, and Robert's going to start filling, and then I'm going to, when he lets off the trigger, I'm going to hit stop. So 2.5 gallons in 10 seconds. 2.5 times 6. 15 gallon a minute. Which I'm not sure that it's not really pumping a little more than that. I don't know, but we can live with 15 gallons a minute. That's what our old electric pump was rated at, but it was pumping nowhere near. So one thing we might do to increase flow is this is the 3/4 inch hose and hose barbs. We could convert this, go up to 1 inch, and we probably will, or I don't know if we will or not, but go up to 1 inch hose and hose barbs right here, and that would probably help on raising the flow. But for right now, I think we're just going to leave it alone. I'm happy with that. Nothing's leaking, and it's a pretty nice setup. So reel it back in there, Robert. Show them how this. Pretty dang nice setup, I think. We'll keep y'all informed on how it does long term, but seems to be a heavy built item. The hose here, they've got a swivel built in. I think it's a really nice setup. You can't beat it for the money. Here's your ratcheting system. You see them little gears, and then you got that spring loaded there. Of course, you got an internal spring in here, I'm sure, to wind it back up. But I am really impressed. All right. So the name of this product is the BreAro, BreAro 50-foot fuel hose reel, and they have partnered with our channel. And if you go to the link down in this description, and I'll put it in the video here, they will give you 15% off this item if you'll type in the promo code Dylan15. That's DYLAN 15. So I think that is a pretty generous offer, and I appreciate them hooking up with our channel and reaching out to us. Right here is their website, BreAro, and then that's the 3/4 inch model by 50 foot, and I believe they've got a 1 inch model. Let me scroll down and see if I see the price. Right there is the price. I don't think you're going to beat that price, and then you take 15% off of that. It's a pretty attractive deal. I hope that if you need one of these, you're able to utilize this. We'll keep y'all posted how it does long term. But right now, I am pretty excited about it. I think it's going to be a great addition to our service truck. So with that, if y'all would like to see more videos like this and us working in the shop, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. It really helps out, and maybe we can bring you more great products like this in the future.